Alright, we are live. Doesn't look like I got a good stream though yet. So it's showing that it's yellow. Oh. I've never really had that happen before. Why is the stream yellow? No, I don't want that. Down you go. Down you go, boy. I wonder why that's yellow. Interesting. My stream health is not good. I guess I'll wait till some people get in here and see what they got. All right. How does the stream look? I don't know who's in here, but how is the does it look and sound okay? It's telling me my stream health is like middle range. Usually it's green, but now it's yellow or orange. Let me see what this means real quick. Okay, viewers may be experiencing minor difficulties. Good, your viewers are happy. Huh. Interesting. Okay, now it's green. Now it's green. Your viewers are happy. So now we're good and healthy. Our stream health is took its daily vitamin, I guess. That's what we need. Fantastic. Boy, the markets are getting destroyed today. What is going on? Hi, the audio is not okay. All right, thank you, sir. Let me see what we got going on here. Oh, all right. I've got audio on Streamlabs here. My stream health just turned green. Is it sounding better now? Because it did just turn green. Let me get my mic a little bit closer, I guess. Can you hear me now, sir? I want to try and use my phone for comments today when I'm backed out onto the websites, because we're going to be tracking AMD and Microsoft. So I want to try to use my phone for comments today so I don't have to keep switching back and forth. Let me see what we got here. Ah, very nice. Oh, very, very nice. Good. So I can just use my phone for comments. Awesome. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. I'm just going to show y'all so y'all can see. This is kind of how we're going to run through earnings. Now we got about 25 to 30 minutes before the market closes. Then our earnings reports are going to come in. So we'll just track the prices. Like I said, going into the into close. You know, Microsoft is down almost 4%. AMD is down 8%. Ugh. So everything's getting killed right now. So when I'm backed out, see, I can see it right here on my phone. So when I'm backed out to this, I can just look at my comments here on the phone and keep answering questions while we go. Then once we get the earnings reports and guidance, we can take a look at all that. So I think it should work out pretty good. All right, I'm back on scene one now. All right, so who's all in here? What's everybody up to today? What is everybody doing? You trading some stocks? Who's trading some stocks? Boy, this market is ugly right now. Oh. Everything is getting killed. I like that. I can use my phone for comments. I like that. I like that. So I'm getting better with my live streams. At least I'm trying to anyways. You know, Tesla too. Tesla's another company I want to keep an eye on. So let me get that pulled up too, because Tesla actually moved their earnings date up to today. Kevin told me that last night. I had no idea. So I want to keep an eye on Tesla. I'm not a Tesla shareholder, but I do want to be able to... Oh, man, the Dow 30 is down 440 points now. NASDAQ is down 3.45%. Oh, what a miserable day. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on Tesla, too, because they're supposed to be reporting earnings. We are expecting... What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean we are expecting? I hope AMD and Microsoft go up, because I hold Microsoft and AMD. So I've been investing in Microsoft since they were in the 50s. And I've been buying shares of AMD going back to $16, $17. I got a few in the 15s, and then it took off, and I jumped back in around 25. I just looked at my shares a minute ago, but I'm not going to zoom out because I got the comments up here on my phone. But I would like to see AMD and Microsoft take off. I don't want them to come back down any more than they already are. Tesla's going to report earnings at market close. Okay, good, good. Waiting for the results. Yeah. Now, do you hold Tesla, Microsoft, AMD? Do you hold any of those stocks? I'm going to wait till about 5 till 3, and then I'll zoom out and we'll go and watch the pricing. I guess I should have tried to squeeze Tesla in there. That might have been too much, though. It might have been like an eyesore. And plus, I'm not a Tesla shareholder, so that's maybe a little bit lesser of a priority to me. Waiting. Hi from Israel. Hello. How you doing, man? What are you up to today? Are you looking at any stocks? Wow, we got people from Israel in here. How cool is that? You can just turn your computer on, turn your camera on, and start talking to people all over the world. How awesome is that? Not now, but I want to. Okay, good. So these earnings reports, they're like tomorrow too. There's a lot of things going on tomorrow. Google and Amazon reports tomorrow. I'm going to back out just for a second so I can look at tomorrow's pretty big agenda. Oh, Visa also reports today too. That's cool. So tomorrow is GE, Twitter, Shopify. So I own Shopify. Let's see. Grubhub, I don't own them. But after close tomorrow is Amazon, Snapchat, Google, Intel, Chipotle. So I own a lot of Amazon and Google stock. So big week. Big end of the week. I hope it's enough to lift the market back up. Because, man, we are in a slump like I've never seen. We're losing hundreds of points every day. So you are waiting for Ford results. Okay, is Ford reporting today? Let me look. Yes, Ford is reporting earnings today. Awesome. Ford has been having a lot of trouble. I cannot believe it's down in the $8. I bet that dividend's looking pretty good, though. I want to see what their dividend's paying now. Oh, man, the dividend is 7%, 60 cents per share. Wow. Here's what kills me about Ford, though. Over the past 5 years, it's just losing so much value. That 7% dividend would be nice, but not the stock losing this value all the time. And I've actually thought about shorting Ford a couple of times, and I never have. But, it's just American auto manufacturing is not going in a bullish direction at all right now. You know, Tesla, you got Tesla, which Tesla's just kind of all over the place. You know, I kind of anticipate them to move pretty good on earnings today. I think a lot of people are. But Ford and GM just aren't growing, you know, at the pace. It's at Honda, Toyota, and Nissan just outproduce and outsell them, you know, so dramatically. And I would love to get a position in Ford. I would love to, but I just can't trust it. It's not bouncing back. It's not getting the movement I want to see, you know. And I check in on the quarterly earnings, and I try to keep in tune with everything that's going on with, you know, American auto manufacturing, and it's not going in a good direction right now. The population of the world is growing, getting bigger year after year, and American auto manufacturing is going down. You know, Tesla's growing pretty good, but Tesla has a whole different world of problems right now. I'm waiting for Apple, Nvidia, and Square. Oh, those are three of my favorites right there. Yeah. So Apple, okay, Apple reports earnings. I can tell you, just give me a second. Give me a moment. Apple is next week. Apple will be next Tuesday. And then Nvidia, I think Nvidia is into November a few days. And then what was the next one? Square. Square is next Wednesday, a week from today. So cool. Yeah, Square is going to be on next Wednesday. So yeah, very exciting. We got to, you know, it's kind of sad that earnings has to be hampered by this terrible market we're dealing with right now, but I guess we'll take what we can get. It's a lot of good investing opportunities. You know, a lot of people too, guys, they keep talking about, you know, they think the market's crashing for good and that we're going to, you know, we're experiencing a recession right now. I don't think that, just so you all know. I think this is just a normal rotational pullback. I think the markets are staying a little bit confused until after midterm elections, but I think we should start moving back up in a very definite direction after midterms. So, you know, just be what time is AMD releasing earnings? Shortly after close. So in about 10 minutes, I'm going to click over. I got the two tickers ready. We're going to watch the pricing going into earnings. And then, you know, when we start seeing some price movement, I'll get the earnings reports and the guidance pulled up. But that it will be shortly after close. I just wanted to get started a little bit early today because the last time I did an earnings report, it was Netflix, and the stock was already moving by the time, you know, the earnings were already out. The guidance was already out by the time I started. So I just decided to start 30 minutes early today. Any predictions on AMD? I'm expecting a big quarter. You know, I'm expecting to see some a big quarter. You know, it's unfortunate that the markets are in such bad shape. You know, maybe if Microsoft, it's a huge mega cap company, if they can have really good earnings today, we might see the markets try to pull themselves back out of this rut we are in a little bit. Sometimes when them huge mega cap companies report really good earnings, we will see some, you know, the market getting pulled back up a little bit. But, you know, yeah, I'm expecting big things from AMD and Microsoft. And Tesla. You know, I'm not like I was telling them, I'm not a Tesla shareholder, so I don't really have a dog in that fight. And I'm not a Ford shareholder either, but we're gonna keep an eye on all that as earnings reports come in. You know, I want to get to anything anybody wants me to look at and try to, you know, we'll take a few minutes and keep an eye on it. Actually, that's not true. I do actually own some Tesla in a ETF I have. It's one of the bigger holdings in a car manufacturing ETF I own. So, but I don't own any raw Tesla stock. So I'm hoping all these companies crank out some good quarters. Maybe we can get the overall market moving back bullish a little bit. Because, boy, the past couple of days have been miserable. I've been getting phone calls, texts, emails, Facebook Messenger. I've been getting comments on Instagram. I've been getting comments here on YouTube. And it's just people are losing interest in the market. I've also seen it, too, with my channel, is that when the markets are moving good, a lot of people are watching YouTube videos about the stock market. And when the market is falling back, people aren't really watching YouTube videos, you know, about the stock market. They're watching other stuff. And who can blame them? What do you think AMD is going to do, ma'am? What kind of, what are you expecting from AMD? I'm expecting them to beat, and I'm expecting guidance to go back up. Because there's really been nothing negative happen over the last 3 months that would make me think otherwise. You know, there's really hasn't been anything that would make me stop and go, no. You know, other than, you know, the crypto craze has died off, but that was kind of priced into the last quarter or two. You know, crypto craze has kind of been, even since the first quarter of 2018, has really cooled off a lot. So, you know, NVIDIA and AMD, a lot of the chip makers, you know, all that crypto craze has kind of been priced out by now. I think AMD is going to do good. If it pulls back, you know, if it does pull back a little bit on earnings, you know, maybe I'll buy some more. Always keep some money on the sidelines, guys, for situations like this where the market's getting hit pretty hard. You know, always, if you can, try to keep some money on the sidelines so you can load back up. Because we're having a rough week. We're having a rough 2 weeks. It's been a very rough 2 weeks. Which other stocks are you going to focus on for the next few weeks? Okay, so I mentioned earlier Google and Amazon report tomorrow. And GE, Twitter, and hold on, let me check. AMD, or not AMD, AT&T reported this morning they had a miss, so their stock went down. I made a video about that last night. I made a video about Verizon Wireless, them beating on earnings. So I was pretty, you know, I was kind of surprised AT&T had a miss, but I think Verizon's a little bit better run company. Okay, so GE, Twitter, and Shopify I'll report in the morning. I'll be keeping an eye on that. Grubhub, that's another stock I'm looking at. And then, of course, after close tomorrow, I'm not going to be covering the earnings. I'll probably make a video tomorrow night. But Amazon and Google are reporting after close tomorrow. So those are two huge companies. Snapchat, Intel, NVIDIA, or Chipotle, Cypress Semiconductors, they're all reporting tomorrow after close. But the two positions, my two biggest positions I have in my IRA is Amazon and Google. So I'll definitely be plugged into that tomorrow. I'll probably make a video at night, in the evening. What do you think about ITW? I think they reported in the morning. Okay, here's my thing about ITW is that American auto manufacturing is not going in a good direction right now, and they provide to mostly American auto manufacturers. So I would like to see ITW pop. I'd like to see it move, but I'm just not incredibly bullish on American auto manufacturing right now, and that's where most of their business comes from. So I'm not anticipating a big blowout quarter. It would be great if they did. Let me check out and see what they're looking like, because I haven't been watching their stock as closely as I used to. See, that's at $120. It's really fell off over the past year. It was up around 170, almost 180 bucks. But that's a really, really good company. You know, they can work themselves out of this. It's going to take some time. I hope they have a good quarter though, because they have some overseas customers. Like they have some like Toyota and Nissan, Honda. They have some contracts with them, but most of it's GM and Ford. So it really just like U.S. auto manufacturing not going in the direction it needs to be going. It's been that way for a couple years now. They pay a really good dividend too. Do you have any stock in ITW? I tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get zoomed out. And I'm going to get everything lined up for AMD and Microsoft. Yes, I invest. Yeah, they're a very good value company. ITW is very good for value. But it's a little tricky right now. It's kind of tricky with, like I said, U.S. auto manufacturing being in a big slump and even a kind of a downturn. Can we expect the cannabis stocks to go up next month? I think this confused nature of the stock market might last till after midterm elections. I don't know though. Maybe we can get through this earnings season and some of these big companies like Amazon and Google, Microsoft, and Apple can report good, really good numbers and pull us out of this slump. That's kind of what I'm hoping happens. I'm going to go to scene 2 and get on these stock prices so we can all look at that. Now I'm going to get on the phone. I'm going to read comments here on the off the phone. So Aaron B is here. All right, they better. Hey Aaron, what are you up to today? Happy belated birthday. I know you had a birthday the other day, right? Thumbs up. So AMD is down 8.5% going into close, and Microsoft is down almost 5% going into close. Ugh, I don't even want to look at that. I own both of these stocks. Of course, I'm up I'm up almost 100% on Microsoft because I've been buying it into the 50s and then into the 70s and then into the low 90s. And AMD I've owned for a while now too, but I had such a big gain on it and now it's drifted back. So I'm interested to see what kind of movement they get on earnings. Aaron says, yup. Yeah, we're going to bounce back, guys. You know, just have confidence, have some faith. Like I said, I think a lot of this has to do with the midterm elections, okay? So there's a, a confused sentiment out here in the stock market right now. And we are in a pullback, no doubt about it. But this is not something I would be scared of, not something I would worry about, because there's no real metrics out there telling us our markets are going to crash. Okay. Now I do hear that the trade tariffs, I am hearing that come up a lot in quarterly earnings reports, that the trade tariffs are hurting, a lot of these companies. So that's something we're going to have to start factoring in. But we still in a very strong economy. Unemployment still very, very low. The Fed is trying to raise rates methodically and not all at once. And I would just, like I said, keep your confidence. If some of your positions are red for all, do not panic sell. Like Microsoft, AMD, these companies, guys, do not panic sell. Please don't do that. You're just going to take a loss. And then in a month, they're going to be back up where they need to be. And you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt for doing stuff like that. So please do not panic sell. Aaron says, not worried at all. But yeah. So Aaron's got her head wrapped around this pretty good. She's probably have been through this several times, I know I have a lot of students that are new to the stock market, and they just they were buying into all-time highs when the market was booming, and now this has made them worried. And so you just have to understand this is the time to buy. It's always a good time to be buying stocks, but you really want to, like I said, always leave some money on the sidelines, whatever you got to do. If you got to have more income, whatever you got to do. If you got to, sell out into a big boom and create some capital and then just hold it. Just don't spend that money till we get into a big pullback, because we're always going to come back to this eventually. I mean, we can get in a bull market. I've seen stock market run 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 20 days in a row, all green. Boom, 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 boom. And then we find ourselves in a situation like this where we're red day after day. You get all these buying opportunities. Graph it out. Get you a spreadsheet. Tell yourself, I want to buy Microsoft at 100, and then I want to buy again at 90, and then I want to buy again at 80. And you're hitting on all these price points, and you're doing it methodically, because you're going to be happy that you bought these stocks in the red once we start to recover, Was Aaron's, if you spend it, more will come. That's right. That's right. That's right. Some people have an investing problem. Other people might have an income problem. Like perhaps they can't, they don't have a lot of extra money in the stock. When I talk to people like that, I try to do a lot of one-on-one work with people, who, for example, they were buying the stocks back when they were up at all-time highs. I try to tell them, then wait. Just open your brokerage and sit back and wait. And rarely do they listen to me, but I try to, emphasize that, right now is the time to be like AMD at an 8% dip, and Microsoft at a 6% dip. These are going to be prices you're going to want back someday. You're going to wish you could go back and pay $100 a share for Microsoft someday, If you spend it, more will come. That's right. If you build it, they will come. Just keep your confidence. That's the big thing. Keep your confidence. Don't get discouraged. Keep your head in it. You know, and like if you want to go down a safer route, just invest in ETFs and mutual funds right now. You know, or you want to shift to more value stocks. I don't blame you there, you know. But, you know, don't get discouraged. This happens several times a year that we have a big pullback like this. All right, so the market should be closing here in just a minute. We should see a little thing. Market should be closing here in just a moment. Can everybody see everything okay? Hear everything okay? My audio's good. Visuals are good. Just give me a little confirmation. All right, good. All right, so Microsoft in after hours is down another couple points, it looks like. AMD's down a little chunk. Here we go, guys. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until we start seeing some real erratic price movement. Then I'm going to jump on, try to get on and get my earnings on both of these companies and guidance. And then we'll also check out Tesla and we'll check out Ford. Okay, if there's any other stocks you guys want me to check on, just let me know and I'll do that. Aaron, you're just having a good old time, aren't you? Laughing about everything. Where do you live, Aaron? Oh, AMD's trying to come alive now. Brooklyn, cool. What ETF should I be looking into? Let's talk about that after we're done here. Just remind me of that. I don't want to concentrate on that right now. I want to concentrate on earnings. Look here, Microsoft, boys and girls. Microsoft's taking off. AMD's trying to, but Microsoft is moving. So let's just give it a few minutes. I don't want to jump back and forth between apps until we know kind of what direction these stocks are running. I'm going to assume Microsoft had a good earnings report, but we could see it all crumble away if they don't get good guidance. So that's good because I am a Microsoft shareholder and I like seeing that green stuff go on. Keep calm and buy. That's right. Stay calm, everyone. Stay calm. This is the American market. This is the greatest stock market in the world, you know. These are two great companies, you know. Microsoft is one of the richest companies in the world. AMD is the real pioneer, you know, and they're really disrupting, you know, graphics cards. They're really disrupting GPUs, you know. Advanced Micro Devices is a great company. So you live in Brooklyn or Ontario or both? You just live all over? Just wherever? So it looks like AMD's getting some movement. It's up about 2%. Microsoft is still just kind of drifting around. Hasn't really made its mind up what it's doing yet. Brooklyn, Ontario. Okay, cool. So you're from Canada. You're very lucky. The Canadians are just loving life right now, ain't they? I got a bunch of buddies here on YouTube that are from Canada. Like Investing Hustler, he's from Canada. Rich, he's from Canada. Kevin, all them guys are from Canada. Uh-oh. Now Microsoft's getting slapped. Let me refresh AMD to see what's going on here. Good day, eh? I did not put any buy or sell orders in. I'm just gonna let nature take its course, and I'm gonna be long on both of these companies, guys, pretty much no matter what happens after this. So, you know, AMD is just too disruptive, and they're really coming into their own. And like I said, Microsoft, that's a company I've been with since it was back in the $50. So I'm pretty loyal to the companies that have taken good care of me. But I'm not blindly loyal. Okay, let's do that. Let's see. Will there be a live stream from AMD here? Yes, we got AMD on the screen right now, brother. We're just watching the pricing. Then we're going to go get earnings here in a minute. Okay, let me go see what's going on with Ford and Tesla. Ford is running just a penny over what it closed at. It's running 820 right now. Let's see what we got with Tesla. Tesla's up $2.50. Neither one of them's moving very much at all right now. So earnings reports probably haven't come out just yet. Well, you're very welcome, sir. Come on in and hang out. We've got plenty of material. We got plenty of stuff going on here right now. And when I get done, yeah, we'll recap Ford and Tesla also. So I don't hold either one of those stocks. Answer me this, guys. Do any of y'all own Ford or Tesla? Is there any Ford or Tesla shareholders in here? Are you in Rich's group chat? No, I subscribed to his channel and I watched it and I try to watch it. He uploads so much I can't catch all of his videos, but yeah, I like Rich a lot. He's a real pioneer in the marijuana industry. I'm also really into Cyberworld 7 and Investing Hustler. I try to get tuned into those guys as much as I can, without, you know, losing track of all of my stuff. But yeah, they're a lot of help. And those guys from Canada are so friendly. They're all so friendly. You know, a lot of the creators here in America are just like, they don't want to talk to you. They don't want you bothering them, blah, blah, blah. Like the guys from Canada, they all very, very friendly. They'll just talk to you all night if you want to, you know. You're in Rich's group, yeah. Yeah, like I watch a lot of his videos, as many videos as I can make time for. I'm subscribed to quite a few channels, and like I said, sometimes I just can't make time for everything, but I try to. All right, looks like they're both turning green. Looks like AMD and Microsoft are both trying to turn the corner and move. Let me back out here and see if I can find some earnings reports. I've got to see those numbers. I've got to. All right, Microsoft 103, we're going back in the right direction. The market keeps sinking. Look, the Dow closed at 600-point loss. Ugh. Give me a break. No earnings on AMD yet. Microsoft. Let's see what we got going here with Microsoft. No earnings on Microsoft either yet. Ooh, Ooh, okay, we do have earnings on Microsoft, guys. We do. We do. Oh, man, we got a hell of a... Oh, man. Microsoft went and killed it. I'll get this pulled up in a minute. Microsoft beats by 20 cents, and they beat on revenue by $1.22 billion. Oh, I love it. Wow. Yeah, so Microsoft reported really good numbers. AMD is holding a little gain, little 2% gain. I can't believe Microsoft's not moving harder, but it's just the markets are so down right now. It can't fight through the resistance. You can't fight through it, you know. That's good though. I'm at least happy to see Microsoft had a good. They always beat though. They always beat. Microsoft is steady as they come. I mean, they always beat on earnings. They're so consistent. Beat by $1.2 billion. Here we go. Now we're seeing some movement. Guidance should be coming out here in just a minute. Still nothing on AMD yet. I don't get this after hours AMD move. You had all day to pick up AMD cheap. Why do it after hours? I'm not buying AMD right now. I've already owned AMD for quite a while. No, I'm not buying right now. This is institutional buy-in, okay? When you see these big percentage moves, that's massive institutional buy-ins, you know? Or if, like I said, if they were to sell off, be the same, you know, same concept. It'd be institutional sell-off. It's not really, you know, the smaller, just the common shareholders like you and I. You know, we don't have enough money to move these stocks, especially Microsoft. You could buy $10 million of Microsoft stock and it wouldn't even budge the stock price. Maybe 0.25%. Lots of time for this. The amount of ads on Cyberworld's videos kill me. Well, get YouTube Red. That's what I do. I use YouTube Red. I don't have any ads. But I do like his channel. I like Kevin's channel. He's a lot of help. He will expose people to a lot more stuff than other creators. Other creators want to keep everything a secret. He just kind of throws it all out there for everybody to see. That's what I like about him. Awesome. Yeah, I love Cyberworld. Yeah, I was talking in general, not you. Yeah. Yes, and I jumped on my friend the other night when he bought PayPal into earnings. Listen to this. My buddy, it's a guy I talk to through text a lot. He texts me and says during the PayPal's earnings reports, and he bought in like $83 and $84 a share. And I'm just like, why did you do that? And he says, well, because I didn't know if they were going to have good earnings or not. I'm like... You never buy into good earnings. You know, you have to anticipate that move. And then you buy more if it drops back, you know. And I like jumped all over him. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You know, and he's just, oh, well, no, I mean, they'll go back up. And I'm like, not right now, not in this market. You know, the market's down right now. Like, you could have waited one day and got in a lot cheaper. FOMO, exactly. Fear of missing out. He wanted to chase that stock price. You know, and he's a pretty good investor. Like, he's pretty good. He's the kind of guy you can leave alone and trust him. But I just disappointed. I was like, don't do that. You know, like when Square pulled back and PayPal pulled back here a couple of weeks ago, pick up shares while they're dirt cheap like that and then ride them into earnings. And then if for some reason they miss, pick up more. But, you know, you should be selling into those big gains if you're wanting to trade, if you're wanting to swing trade. But if you're wanting to just go long, you know, I don't know why you would buy into earnings like that. But I make a lot of mistakes too. I'm not perfect. In no way do I want to come off that way, but I don't buy into earnings. I just don't do it. All right, let me go see if we got a report on AMD yet. Not yet. I'm not finding a report on advanced micro devices yet. What about Tesla? Has anybody seen anything on Tesla or Ford? Let me go back over here. Ooh, Tesla's up big, guys. Tesla is up big. Tesla's up $15 after hours. Let's look at Ford. Ford is up about 2%. Good. Ford is up to about $8.32, and Tesla is up to $305.28. Wow. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see if we can find some AMD yet. The chip sector is getting crushed. Fear of missing out. Stay away from FOMO, guys. Don't do it. Don't chase these stocks. Do not chase them. And what's bad is that this was a bargain compared to a couple, you know, AMD was at $33, $34 a share here just a couple weeks ago. So almost 33% of the value has fell off of it in what, 2 weeks time, 2 weeks of a down market. It's just like anything. It's like if you work out every day for a year straight and you take 1 week off, you almost lose everything, you know? And it's just kind of like the stock market. You might have been investing in AMD for all this time and built this nice big gain up and you didn't sell. And now it's all falling back off. That's kind of, you know, the part you have to deal with that's a little bit mentally stressful sometimes is, you know, watching these gains fall off. But Microsoft reporting earnings, that's a great thing. Hopefully that can lift the market up tomorrow. And like I said, Amazon and Google reporting. Hopefully we can get, I'm pretty confident we'll get some positive news there. So hopefully we can get reversed a little bit here. So now what is AMD even doing right now? I want to see AMD run up about $10. Wouldn't that be nice? Saying Microsoft earnings press release available on Investor Relations website. So I'll wait till we get an abbreviated version of the guidance before I really check into that. Still nothing on AMD yet. So is anybody holding these two stocks? Is anybody holding AMD and Microsoft? I'm just honestly, if you consider the market conditions, I hate to say it, but I'm hoping Microsoft having a good quarter, and I'm anticipating good guidance, that this can kind of pull the market up tomorrow. But if it doesn't, this might drift back down to 100, or even fall below 100. So holding a mighty 10 shares of AMD, bought at $19. All in on Microsoft. Ooh, all in. Well, you know, if you're going to go all in, though, Microsoft would be a good company to do so. Microsoft is an awesome company. I've been buying shares of Microsoft since they were back in $50 range. So I'm not going to get mad at you about that. I'm going to go ahead and pull up. Let's take a look at Microsoft's earnings report. So this is all I've got right here. But they beat, as you can see, guys, they beat by $1.22 billion. Wow. If we were in a healthy market, this stock would probably be running up $10, $12. That is $1.2 billion on a earnings report is awesome. Quarter one gap, EPS of $1.14. They beat by 20 cents. So look, Microsoft gives you the full package. They always beat on the top end. They beat on revenue. And I'm anticipating a really good guidance number 2. Maybe we'll be opening at 112. Yeah, I hope so. I really hope we're in the green tomorrow. But if we're not, don't lose faith. Hang in there. Let's see if we got anything on AMD yet. Nothing. Let's take a look at Tesla. Look at Tesla, guys, up 10%. So that's good too. That's good for the overall economy. So maybe between Tesla and Microsoft, those are 2 big market cap companies. We can see some green tomorrow morning. Well, Tesla's not a huge company, $49 billion. Microsoft is close to $1 trillion. They're 800, 900 billion. But, Tesla having a good quarter, that's good. Let's see what Ford's looking like. Hey, Ford's coming in there. Ford's coming in there. They're up 4%. See if I can find very good. All right, back to this for a minute. So it looks like Microsoft is stabilizing, holding itself some gains. I feel pretty confident about the earnings report. Those are great numbers. Beaten by $1 billion. Oh, thank goodness. We need that. We need that. We need that for this overall market. That makes me happy. Nikos, all right, Nikos is here. Awesome. Hey, Nikos, how you doing, buddy? Nikos, he's great, man. He leaves so many comments, and he tells me stuff. I go back and research it and learn so much from him. Nikos, you need to start a YouTube channel, man. It's nice to see Microsoft green. I'm happy about it. Not very happy Nvidia is under $200. I know, bud, but everything's getting beat. Like, look right here. The Dow dropped 2.41% today. It's 600 points off the Dow. S&P's down 3%. NASDAQ, that's a huge hit. 4% loss today. That's why I'm hoping Microsoft and Tesla can kind of pull them out of this mess a little bit. No, man, we need to take you to 100,000 subscriptions. I hope so. I'd love that. I hope so. That's one thing. I worry if my channel got too big, though, I wouldn't be able to interact with the subscribers as much. So I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to have 100,000 people watching my channel, but I would just worry about not being able to have as good of a path of communication with the subscribers. You know, like I like having some one-on-one time with everybody. You know, I've really got to know some awesome people since I've been doing YouTube. And, you know, every couple hundred subscribers bigger I get, it feel like I'm losing track just a little bit more. So I don't know. In a way, I'd like to stay small forever. But that's not really how this works, I guess. They do earnings one day too early. The paycheck arrives. So Microsoft should have gone down 1 or 2 more days. Hey, just be patient because this might all get wiped away in the morning. I hope not. You know, I hope not. But, you know, we're got too much downward pressure right now. They beat expectations by 19%. So I just got a message from Robinhood about Microsoft. How awesome. Nikos, you will do a private site, then I'll be member number 1. I know you would, man. I know. Nikos is awesome, man. I get, like, a lot of times I'm busy doing stuff and I come back and I've got all the, and like Nikos puts time into his comments. Like he comments and he puts real thought and, you know, like I have to go back and research all this stuff and he makes a lot of really good points. And I appreciate all that. You know, that's just as much work for him as it is, you know, anybody doing that kind of thing. If you have 100,000 subs, just do the one-on-one thing on your Patreon. Yeah, I'll always try to find a way. You know, some of these guys get real big, like Jeremy, and he just doesn't, I understand. He doesn't have time to respond to 1,000 comments or 800. You know, sometimes you click on one of Jeremy's videos, he's got 800 or 900 comments. There's just no way he can get to all of those comments, you know. But, yeah, you're right. You know, we could scale up and do some other things. But I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. Like I said, I like being able to talk to everybody, spend a little time with everyone. So who was it said they went all in on Microsoft? Let me go back up here and look. Super Fear Killer, all in on Microsoft. Wow. Are you going to sell into the, are you going to sell today? Or are you just going to keep going? I think I wait a few days before I buy anything. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, I keep telling people to buy into these dips, but, you know, we're still, you know, like I said, today, 600 points off the Dow, 300 points off the NASDAQ. Wow. Oof. We're not seeing a lot of optimistic signs right now. All right, we got an update on Microsoft. Let me pull that up. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So Microsoft up 2.9% on Q1 strength in cloud, Surface, and gaming. Yeah, Microsoft is the gaming. Of course, I don't have an Xbox One. Let's see, after Q1 earnings that beat EPS by 20 cents, reported $1.14, beat revenue by $1.22 billion, 19% year-over-year growth. Productivity and business processes reported 18% year-over-year growth in constant currency. So what I really like to do, look to in these earnings reports too, is to see if these companies are running more efficiently. That's what really impressed me about Verizon, was that they cut their corporate costs, which is almost impossible to do in such a booming market, is to cut cost. So that really impressed me about Verizon. Let's see if Microsoft, Intelligent Cloud reports, wow, 24% growth. Unbelievable. $8.6 billion in revenue. Azure revenue grew 76%, a deceleration from its 90% year-over-year growth last year. Enterprise services were up 6%. More personal computing was up 15% to 10.7 billion. Windows OEM revenue up 3%. Windows commercial products and cloud services up 12%. Gaming up 45%. Wow. Search ad revenue minus TACs grew 17%. The Surface grew 14% in the period. This is the first report since the launch of the Surface Go. Quarter 2 guidance will come on the earnings call scheduled for 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time with a webcast available here. Wow, outstanding. So we'll know more about the guidance. See, 5:30 Eastern Time. Let me think about that for a second. So that should be coming any second now, because that would be I think 3:30 our time. My time, Central Time. Still nothing on AMD. Uh-oh, AMD's getting killed now. Let me get that pulled back up. Ooh, AMD is getting slaughtered. That's not good. AMD's getting killed, guys. It's down 10%. Oh, Lord. Did the White House comment on the stock exchange dip or not yet? Sorry, I'm insisting on the China versus U.S. trade war. Yeah. You know, Nikos, and one thing, too, is it each and every earnings report that comes out, you're hearing more and more about the trade tariffs and how it's affecting all these companies, whether they're American or Chinese. So, yeah, it's definitely playing a factor into our markets, you know, and all markets. So, you know, man, look at AMD. He's getting killed right now. I think realistically AMD was pretty high and it should have sold a few weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah, AMD had a very nice run. And let's see. I don't think they had a good quarter. Either that or the guidance went down. Still not finding anything on AMD. Let me go to a different website. Whatever it is, it's not reacting well at all. Man, down 17%, 18%. Not good for the old AMD. Not good at all. Microsoft is moving nice. I guess I feel a little bit better about overall market conditions for Microsoft because Microsoft's such a huge company, so them running up, hopefully we can see some green tomorrow across the board in the market. AMD's still a pretty small company. Of course, I am invested in them. My position's probably getting close to breaking even. I might even be in the red right now. I'm not going to check it. I'll wait till after the chat to check on that. But yeah, because I bought in around 15, 16, then I averaged up a little bit when it hit 25. I think my buy is around 19 bucks, so I'm probably red on my position now. But I'm like I said, I'm staying long both of these companies pretty much no matter what happens today. Nikos is as red as Red Redemption. Aren't we all, though, man? We're all pretty red right now. I bought at 11.50 or so I'm still in the green. Well, good. Good. I'm glad. You know, yeah, AMD, that's the kind of company there. You can swing trade them. You know, it would have been a great short at $33. I don't short AMD. I bought puts back after last earnings report, and I had to cover really fast. Because if you guys remember, at the end of the last earnings report, they ran up to $17, $18, and I bought puts, and it just went straight to 19, 20, and I covered on those puts really, really fast. Took a small loss. So, but the market was really strong. It had the, you know, the strength of the market pushing it quite a bit. So I don't short either one of these. I would never short Microsoft. I just couldn't look myself in the mirror for doing that. Yeah, so AMD is getting beat up pretty bad. Let's see if I can find... AMD is, like I said, it's gonna keep moving forward for a long time. I wonder, is Nvidia's getting hit pretty hard too right now, you say, Nikos? Damn, AMD plunged so bad. I know. Man, I know. Let's see what Nvidia's doing. It's probably running with it. Yeah, Nvidia's at $196 a share. Man, that's cheap. That is so cheap right there. UBS cut their target on NASDAQ. What do you think about SOXL? I don't cover that stock, but I'll write it down. Is that right? SOXL or SOXI? I'm pretty much caught up on all my homework, so I can, maybe over the weekend, I'll make another homework video. Nvidia's getting slashed. Let's see, Tesla. Tesla's in pretty good shape. They're at 315 in after hours. Yeah, that's pretty exciting, Nikos. Yeah, Tesla's looking pretty good. Let's see, what's Ford doing? It's an ETF for semiconductors. Okay, here, I'll pull it up real quick. Probably getting destroyed. No, look at that. It's up 2% after hours, but it lost 19% today. Wow. So it just got smashed today. What does it look like on a 1 year? Oh yeah, it fell off a cliff. I'll have to do a little bit more. What are their big holdings? Let's see here. Who mentioned that? Oh, Sung Ming. Do you know their top holdings in that that directional daily semiconductor bull 3 times ETF? Wow, that's a mouthful. Let's go back and see how bad they're... Well, it's trying to recover a little bit, $19. But yeah, AMD's in bad shape. Microsoft looking wonderful. Microsoft's holding that $4 gain nice and tight. And AMD is just all over the place. Intel and AMD. Okay, I will probably work on a homework video over the weekend. So that interests me. That might be the best way, one of the better ways to play the semiconductors right now. But I'm staying in my positions. I'm staying with AMD and I'm staying with Nvidia, definitely. So, you know, yeah, this hurts. It's killing my portfolio, but at the same time, this is what it's all about. You got to have an iron stomach. You know, when times get tough, we get tougher. You know, we can't walk away. Medina, I came here just to say damn. Yeah. Yeah, AMD's in a world of hurt, but Microsoft's doing great. So that is one positive thing to take away from this, at least, is that Microsoft, being the huge mega cap company it is, it's moving good. Hopefully we can see the market get pulled up a little bit by that tomorrow. NASDAQ dropped 5%. I didn't even know that was possible without a recession. Yeah. Yeah, it's ugly right now. We're holding the same stocks, LOL, Nvidia and AMD. Yeah, I've covered. Okay, so AMD actually beat. Okay, hold on. I'm getting some alerts now. Oh, they missed on revenue. Okay, let me get that pulled up. Ah, look here. AMD missed by $50 million. The bar was a little too high for them. So AMD, here's the story right here, guys. AMD missed by a cent, and then they missed by $50 million on revenue, okay? And I'm just assuming that guidance isn't looking too hot either. I'm going to see if Microsoft has their guidance up yet. No, they don't. There you have it. There's the story right there. All right, guys, check it out. My son is going to be home in just a few minutes. It doesn't look like we're going to get to guidance, but I will get that information together later on in the evening. Maybe I'll make another video. I have a couple other little things I got to do. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. We had a really good crowd today, really good group. Let's see. I'll get to these last few comments. I need to find out what caused this drop. It's just the overall market's down right now, Medina. You know, the markets are down. AMD had a miss. You know, Microsoft did good, though. Let's see, Nikos. I'm going to call a broker friend I have in HSBC in Geneva tomorrow to get some inside info. We'll post tomorrow. Okay, thanks, Nikos. Guys, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. This was a whole lot of fun. Very exciting. Sorry about AMD, but you know, they're going to come back. You know, this is one quarter. So just give it time, you know, and, you know, they will recover. Brother support, Jeff. Post his link to other YouTube channels. Thanks, Nikos. Thanks, everybody.